and welcome to today's class. This is Ramakant Mahananda, Teacher English of Kendriya Vidyalaya Barpui. Dear students, today I am going to teach you the chapter The Sound of Music from class 9th NCERT textbook Beehive. In today's class, I'll explain to you the first part of the chapter. The first part of the chapter is Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. Good morning, dear students. Today I am going to teach you a new chapter, The Sound of Music. This chapter has been written by Deborah Cowley. In this particular chapter, we find two inspiring stories of two legends. The first legendary figure that has been discussed in this particular chapter is Evelyn Glennie, a Scottish percussionist. What makes Evelyn Glennie a unique personality in the field of music will be discussed in this particular chapter. Dear students, you shall find that Evelyn Glennie lost her sense of hearing when she was just 10 or 11 years old. This made it very difficult for her to hear the sounds around her and communicate with the people. If someone is unable to listen and perceive the sounds around him or her, then it becomes difficult for him to communicate and respond to them. So in this way, the problem persisted for a long period of time and gradually worsened. But Evelyn Glennie was a very determined child, was a highly determined child, I would say. She did not give up in this particular time of trouble even. She continued to play the xylophone that she loved very much. She would play the xylophone the whole day. And the time when she started learning xylophone, she didn't know what the sound was being produced by it. At this very moment, she encountered a great teacher, Ron Forbes, in her life. This particular teacher, Ron Forbes, brought tremendous energy as well as the way to sense the music in her life. Just like if you remember the story of Helen Keller, which was taught to you in class 5th. Helen Keller was also a blind child who had lost her vision at the very tender age and could not see anything around her. But she was so lucky to have a teacher like Miss Sullivan who brought tremendous change in her thoughts and deeds. She finally, with her attempts with innovative techniques, made Helen learn each and everything. And when Helen Keller grew up, she eventually became a great personality. She had written many books, she has authored many books, and is being remembered forever. So in the same way, dear children, Evelyn Glennie was so lucky to have a teacher like Ron Forbes. Mr. Ron Forbes was a music teacher. He was also a percussionist. He encouraged Evelyn Glennie and helped her sense the notes of the music with the help of various parts of her body. This seems to be very, very surprising, but this is the fact. When she started playing the music, Ron Forbes would ask her to feel it at different parts of the body. And she did it. As per the instructions of our teacher, she continued to do it. And finally, she succeeded in becoming a great percussionist. And today, if you browse the internet and try to know who Evelyn Glennie is, you will be surprised to know that She is considered to be one of the greatest xylophone player. She is considered to be the greatest, all-time greatest, I would say, one of the legendary percussionist in the entire musical industry. So, what we learn from this particular chapter is that if we have challenges in our life, that should not be a hurdle to our progress. We should always try to overcome it with the help of some people or with our willpower and our determination. Since nothing comes free of cost. When there is a hard work, there would definitely be a good product coming out of it. So this has been proved by Evelyn Glennie, and she is an inspiration today for all the young children who feel that they are not capable of doing something. Many times we feel that I'm not enough, or I cannot do this particular thing. I don't have the ability to do all those things. We develop such mindsets in our mind, and ultimately these negative thoughts, they surround us, they contain us, and makes us a failure in life. But when we look at the stories of the inspiring legends like Evelyn Glennie and Helen Keller, we can at least be inspired and motivated and feel that nothing is impossible in the world. If they could do it, why not I? Obviously, we are more privileged than these two persons. We are lucky to have vision. We are so lucky to have our sense of hearing. We are lucky to be considered a normal human being. We are lucky to have no disability in our life. So, my dear children, if we are so privileged, why can't we make the best use of the talents that has been given to us by the God? So this has been beautifully proved in this particular chapter. My dear children, in order to know more about Evelyn Glennie, you must read the text. When you go through the text, you shall find that through determination and hard work, she has achieved great success in her life. She is not just famous in her own country or in UK only. You can find her as an youth musician who has been entertaining the people around the globe, across the globe, and she has been considered as one of the most remarkable and inspiring musician in the field of music. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have any query, don't forget to write your comment in the comment box. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.